Today we're breaking down the 6 habits that brought me from a hobbyist to a full-time music producer. These aren't just tips, they're literal strategies that changed my life, and they can change yours too. By the end of this video, you'll know how to build income streams, develop extreme consistency, and create an environment that guarantees your success. Plus, I'll go over some extra game-changing hacks that I used along the way. All right, let's dive right into it. The very first habit that actually helped me go full-time was analyzing my potential income streams. All right, here's a list of good ones with an explanation next to each. Now, there are many more, obviously, but these are the ones that work for me. Write down at least 4 of these. If you need $5,000 to quit your job and go full-time, divide that $5 grand by all 4 of those income streams. So you'd only need to make about that much per income stream. And then underneath each point, write down the details. So if your average mix cost is $125, then you need to write down that you need to lock in this many mix jobs to meet that goal. Now, let's say you don't know what your average price is. That's totally fine. Just kind of guess until you get enough jobs to know for sure. Just adjust as you go on. Now, the second most important habit that allowed me to go full time was consistency. Now, if you don't get this down, you might as well not even bother. Real shit. So when I was working my 9 to 5, I saw insane growth when I would never miss an upload. I would only miss a deadline over my dead body. If there was any party or any event going on that happened to be in that block of time that I set aside to work, I canceled it. I didn't go. I couldn't. You have to keep these promises to yourself. You know, put it this way. Would your boss let you take a day off just to go out? No, he'd fire you. Being your own boss means being your own boss. You need to be the person to tell you to not do that. Now, this doesn't mean you can't go to parties. You can, just not during the allocated time you have to work. All right, the third habit that earned me this job title was making a habit to filter my environment. See, I almost lost my business completely hanging out with the wrong crowd. People who would just party, hook up all the time, and just do the bare minimum at their work and in general in life. So if your friends are bums, it's only a matter of time before you will be one too. If your friends are professionals and studio owners, it's only a time before you will be one day a studio owner too. People might hate on me and be like, oh, I can't just ditch my friends. Well, you're right. Like any long-term relationship, it's something you have to slowly detach from. You can't just cut it cold turkey, otherwise you're going to rebound and come right back. It doesn't work like that. You have to slowly detach and spend less and less time with those people and spend more and more good time with the right people. Other people say, well, oh, how can I find friends who do this? I live out in the middle of nowhere. My honest answer to that is find at least 1 or 2 people in real life who at least aren't bad influences, and they get your good influences from online. So if they're full-time producers, get close to them. If they have an amazing VST plugin or great sound design skills, get close to them. If they've got an amazing work ethic, get close to them. You cannot outwork a bad environment. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but it's so true. And then as far as how to deal with like abusive people, like parents, relatives, or even a spouse or a girlfriend or boyfriend who thinks what you're doing is stupid, you have to realize that's normal. You want to actually be misunderstood in the beginning because that's how you know you're being extra, which will lead you to being able to do extraordinary things. Okay, so the habit of networking and collaborating isn't gonna get you anywhere. It's the habit of networking and collaborating with the right people that will get you somewhere. I make it a point to send at least 50 DMs a day, make it a point to collab with lots of new people on products, songs, etc. And I make it a daily habit to seek out new people to work with, new and interesting people who are valuable. Could be something about their personality, a strong work ethic, for example. Could be the platinum plaque hanging on their wall. Find people with aspects about them that you want, take the best parts of their personalities and knowledge bases, and add it to your own personality and knowledge base. Ruthlessly try to get into rooms and chats with people who've been where you want to go. And the best way to keep yourself interlinked with these people is to be valuable. Do these people lots of favors, send sound kits, show them really cool presets and resources. See, a good software I actually use to track my stuff and actually send this stuff out is this app called OffTop. You can create packs with shareable links that actually have stats so you can see as you interact with your stuff or don't interact with your stuff.
Oh yeah, check the link, bro, it's fire.
Yeah, right, buddy. It's a really cool feature. We're gonna go over that more later, but it's super professional with a nice layout where you can upload images and access advanced settings that apps like Google Drive and Dropbox don't offer. My favorite part is mobile as well, so I can still keep track of all this stuff while I'm away from my setup. There's actually an amazing opportunity right now with Underground Retreats, which has been blowing up recently, hosted by Stafford Beats, who also run stuff like the Producer Crate. See, every few months he'll host a ton of artists and producers who sign up all around the world to get together in essentially what is this massive Airbnb to make music and just work and network as much as humanly possible. They also have guest speakers like TB Digital, Kavi, BeatStars business owners. The last one was actually the Atlanta Mansion, and the next one's in March. If you actually are interested in that, for example, DM Stafford. I went ahead and put his socials in the description. Okay, so habit 5 is staying organized. I really mean this. This is something that people misunderstand sometimes. Staying organized does not just mean your desk. It means you must organize your time, your thoughts. I use this free app on my phone called TimeBlock to tell me what I should be doing and when. And I also use this free app called Notion to keep track of my product ideas, cool product pitches, weekly reoccurring tasks, also important life values that I live by that I have to go read every once in a while to make sure I'm on the right track and to remind myself why I'm here. You also need to manage your virtual desk. I actually use OffTop for that as well. So I run all my files and beats and sounds through this. It tags all of your audio files by BPM, key, and key terms. So I can strategically name my files and search pretty much anything to get really good results. It's also insanely useful when an artist asks for a type of beat or for whenever I need samples that I made with a certain person or with a certain vibe, mood, etc. All I gotta do is search by those specific keys, pack them up within the software, create a link, send it out, and watch them as they interact interact with it, or like I said earlier, don't, and then catch them lying about it. Good way to cut off people who are wasting your time. Or sending somebody a sound kit that you told them not to leak and you get like 500 downloads in 2 weeks. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
well, I'm pretty sure you leaked my sound kit, bro. It's a good way to also track if your weeklies are actually getting good clicks. If you got 500 emails and you get 400 opens, you're doing a really good job, and it's worth it to keep sending out. The final and arguably the most important habit that helped me finally make this my full-time job, getting 1% better every single day, no matter what. 1% better is 365% better after a year, meaning over 3.5 times better. So make a point to set time aside every day to keep track with what's trending, because it's your job as a professional producer to stay in touch with current trends. Learn new music theory, new mixing and mastering techniques, and familiarize yourself with new production tools in the new landscape that's always changing 24/7. Nobody wants to hire or work with some dull guy who's not in touch. You know what I mean? I don't mean that as an attack, I'm just being honest. Have an extra dedicated YouTube channel where you don't watch anything except for business and music production content. That way you don't mess up all your recommendations with all the random personal stuff you might be watching. Keep that on your other YouTube account. Self-improvement also means having a good relationship with failure. It's the best mentor you have. People will lie to your face saying whether something's good or not, but failure will tell you right to your face that you did something wrong. Every single time it does that, you get the opportunity to analyze and learn. It's not supposed to be a jab at your ego. If your video isn't taken off on social media, it's easy to blame the algorithm, but in reality, it's your fault. If I have a video I post and it only gets 10,000 views, that's my fault, right? I'm doing something wrong that people don't resonate with. So I have to take initiative and do better next time. So if your type beat doesn't do good, it could be the thumbnail, the beat itself, the quality of the visualizer. Realize that you are capable of fixing your failures through analyzing them will make you an unstoppable force. My last mini self-improvement tip, don't take the gym for granted. I'm so serious. Make it a point to go at least 3 times a week. You will literally feel like the man knowing that you're working towards living your dream life with your dream body. So yeah, that pretty much sums up everything. I really hope you guys got some great value from this video. And I recommend you check out my Instagram as well. I do giveaways, free sound kits, tutorials, and yeah, make sure to check out Off Top as well. Peace.